Factory 78.
Hello, this is Cove, and welcome to the Factory.
Hey, yeah. You got your eyes on me, and I see you like the view. I got my eyes on thee, and I see beauty all in you. But it seems you've got a man. Baby, do you have a plan? Yeah, to come over and get to know. But if not, then I need to know what you looking at me for. Say what you looking at me for. Oh. Hey, I'm trying to figure out from way across the room if I should step on over so I can talk to you. Let you know just what I'm thinking, cause I'm thinking we should link just you and I. So if you're drinking while you're drinking, doesn't matter what you're sipping, I will supply. But if you don't wanna drink, you don't wanna talk, you don't wanna lean, you don't wanna walk, what you looking at me for? Oh. But if you don't wanna drink, you don't wanna talk, you don't wanna lean, you don't wanna walk, what you looking at me for? What you looking at me for? What you looking at me for? Oh, what you looking at me for? Oh, so what you looking at me for? Oh, can you turn away? Can you turn away? Can you turn away? So can you turn away? Hey. No, still looking even though your boyfriend's looking to go home, I can see that. So why you still looking my way? So when the cat's out, little mouse can play. Hey, hey, hey. So is that your day? Yeah. Well, I'm game to coast the name, take my number. Maybe we should meet under the covers and we become lovers. Yeah. But if not, what you looking at me for? So what you looking at me for? Oh, what you looking at me for? Oh, so what you looking at me for? Can you turn away? Can you turn away? Can you turn away? Can you turn away? Away, 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 yeah. Away, ay, away, ay, away, ay, ay. You've got your eyes on me, and I see that you like the view. I've got my eyes on thee, and
this is Factory 78 TV. I'm your host, Additional Bro, on exclusive interviews I've got in the building right here. UK zone, Liverpool zone. Cove, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
Not bad at all. I said UK and Liverpool. For a lot of people, first of all, for the people looking today, watching this show today, that don't know a little bit about Cove, how would you introduce yourself to them?
What you looking at me for?
Singer-songwriter, producer, engineer, based in Liverpool, from Liverpool. Rapping the UK. I'm trying to make some natural live sound of music. You know what I mean?
The good thing is, I know I talked about it a little bit when you came in. You don't like being boxed in a home. You don't like being put in, oh yeah, he does a little bit of funky house, a little bit of rap, a little bit of R&B. You're an artist, a musician. But you do a little bit of everything. You rap and you sing. Which one's your first love?
I say singing, you know. Like I've sang before I ever rapped, you know what I mean? And I think there's less thought that goes into singing. You know, you can always just hum a melody. Like anyone, you know, when you just walk around the house, you can just hum a melody, any melody. But to rap, it's different. You have to think about it a little more and stuff. So the singing is much more natural. It just flows easy. It's more of a vibe, you know what I mean? So I definitely say singing.
Now, for a lot of people, especially your fans, they've known you for quite some time. You've been grinding for years. I saw an interview in 2007 or 2008 where you said you've been doing it professionally for 5 years. This is 2011, and you're about to put out, you know, you've put out projects in the last 5 or 6 years, mixtapes, like 8 mixtapes, 100 or whatever songs, man. What exactly is it?
How many mixtapes? I'm not even sure the exact number, because we used to put out like compilation mixtapes with myself and other artists that were like under the group Afrobeats, and then I started doing solo ones. I'm not sure, it might be like 6 solo ones, and I don't know, a lot of them have been like free downloads and stuff like that, or like, you know, we've given out free copies and stuff, and a bunch we've sold as well. So yeah, this next project I'm working on is going to be like an EP, which will come out in April, which will be a lot more in terms of quality. Like I feel like the past years that I've been working on music, and I know a little bit more about how to make songs and how to write songs and how to make the beats and how to mix them and stuff like that. So I think this project that is coming out soon will be a lot more clear, a lot more rounded and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
I've had the opportunity of seeing you perform, listen to the music, seeing the videos. You're a man that dabbles a lot in everything. Like I said, you rap, you sing, you write, you produce, you're an engineer, you shoot videos. What exactly in the music game can't you do? Dance?
Yeah, I don't know. I did a little bit of dancing when I was in school and that, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, like I'm more creative, so anything kind of creative wise, I like to have a go at. Do you know what I mean? Like I would say, like the music and the editing and stuff like that. I like to try things out, you know, that maybe I haven't done before, but I'm interested in media and stuff like that. Like I did some performing arts in college, and I touched on like a lot of different bases. So that's probably where I get my kind of love or my want to do that from. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not a businessman in the sense. I don't have like a business mind in that kind of way. I'm more creative in that kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Now, for some of the people that haven't seen Cove before, just go and do your research. Go into Google, Cove Music, check that out, check out the videos. Your songs that you've put out on the mixtapes, the free downloads, like you said, some of them have completely crossed over. They've made playlists on BBC One Extras and stuff. Tell me how you felt when these songs were getting recognition and you really didn't plan for that.
Man, it was great, you know, like when you get tuned in and you first hear it on radio, it's a weird feeling, you know, because like you're used to just hearing it in your own place, and then now you're hearing it on radio, and then the DJ's like, and then we got Cove and da-da-da. So it's a crazy feeling, it's a good feeling. With Looking At Me in particular, because I wrote the song like 2 years ago, and we really only put it out as, you know, like just for the people, just see, oh, this is what I've been up to, do you know what I mean? Like I re-recorded it and stuff. So the reaction that we've got from it was never expected, you know. I never expected it to do as well as it's done. I never expected it to get playlisted on radio, for us to do a video and it be on TV, flavour and stuff like that. I never expected none of that. So it's kind of like everything that's happened from this single is a bonus, in the sense that we always say like, wow, it's crazy, we put it out and this is what's going on with it. So we're happy, do you know what I mean? And like, yeah.
Look At Me, like you're just talking about now, watching you perform, I more or less listened to the lyrics, and it spoke to me. You know, we've been in the club, you were looking at me, you didn't want to talk, you didn't want to link, you didn't want to do nothing, but you were checking me out. What was the inspiration behind that song? Were you in that position where you were checking out a girl, but she wasn't checking you out?
Well, both so many times, you know what I mean? And there's also going to be a case of the other way around, where I'm looking at a girl and she's probably thinking, what, are you going to come over to me and speak to me or what? Where maybe I've been too shy in the club to come over, do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely happened. I've definitely walked down the street and, you know, you see a girl, a nice looking girl with a guy that, and you think, why is that girl with that guy? You know, them kind of things. Or, you know, the girl's looking at you and she's with her boyfriend. And it's like, what are you looking at me for? And as you said before, you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to link me, you don't want to drink from me. Like, why are you looking at me? Do you know what I mean? But all quite light-hearted still, and quite fun, and, you know, tongue-in-cheek and stuff like that, and just on a nice kind of vibe, not on too serious sort of, you know.
Now, you said the song is going to be part of an EP coming out in April. first reaction is, first of all, congratulations on the song. The song is fantastic. The lyrics brilliant. The beats crazy. Looks, sounds simple, but for someone like yourself that does a lot of the stuff, made the beats, was it simple to make?
I wouldn't say it was simple. Like, I always had the loop there. In terms of the sound, it is like quite stripped down. There's not loads of instruments going on in there. We've got like bongos, we've got the guitar, some bass, drums. So there's not too much going on, but it was just the mixing of it, because I've never really mixed like live instruments. So for instance, the guitar was a live instrument, and I've never mixed in that sense. So for that, it was a hurdle, but it was a learning process, you know what I mean? And then on the next track that I produced, which was called Give It To You, that's fully live, do you know what I mean? So that even was like pushing it further in terms of, okay, now I have to mix all of these instruments to get it sounded right. And it's just different when you're working with live instruments to when you're using like synths on the computer or MIDIs and stuff. It's a lot harder, do you know what I mean? But it's one of them, once you've got it, and you can do it as much as you want then, you know what I mean?
For someone like you, you've performed with some of the most successful acts. You've supported international acts in Liverpool, come out here to London to perform. A lot of people know who Cove is in the music industry here in the UK, the underground scene, of course the mainstream scene, showing you a lot of love right now. The EP is coming out in 2012. Look at Me. It's fantastic. How many songs are we supposed to be expecting, and what genres should the fans and the new fans be looking forward to?
You're probably expecting maybe 5, 6, 7 tunes. Like, I'm
Being stingy with that.
I'm trying to make it more, but management wants to make it less. But I understand, like, you want to keep it clean cut and give them something that they'll enjoy, but then have them wanting more, so that when I come with the album, the fan base or the support base is bigger, and they actually want to go out and actually support me as an artist and come to my shows and purchase my album. Do you know what I mean? So it's all kind of planned out to kind of gradually lean towards that. Sound wise, I'm always mixing genres. I'm always gonna do that. Do you know what I mean? It is tainted more towards the R&B side. Like, I'm singing a lot more on it, but like, I've still got influences of like drum and bass. I got a tune on there called Streetlights, which is quite drum and bass heavy, but I'm singing on that. I'm also doing a bit of rapping on that, and I've got other bits that I've been working on. I've got a tune called Golden, which is like, I don't even know what, it's not R&B. It's got like a heavy drum and bass wobble on it, some pianos in there. It's just a crazy kind of tune. So that's one of the things. It's always hard for me to describe the sound I'm doing, because I listen to so much different types of music, and I'm always just pulling bits. So it's hard if you get what I'm saying.
Well, people just have to wait for the EP, and they're gonna get entertained. And Factory 78 exclusive. Look at Me, Afrobeats. Banging, man. Hey, that's sick right there. Tell me a little bit about how that came together, man.
Well, that was really through obviously my manager had the link with DJ Edu. He's been supporting the track and stuff like that, and he wanted to do a remix, and it was like, okay, perfect. We know that Afrobeat is picking up now, so why not have a remix of that? We've got like we've got a dubstep remix, house remix, an acoustic version, and the Afrobeat just kind of made it all round. And I think the song, like the vocals, fit the Afrobeat sound quite nice. You know what I mean? It's not too like, sometimes you may have a remix of a track and it's like the vocal don't really go with the beat and stuff, but it seems like it fits quite well, and it's been getting a lot of support on One Extra and stuff, so it seems to be doing good, man.
It's getting a lot of support. For me, if I'm chilling out, I'm going to listen to the original version. If I'm partying, it's the Afrobeats version. Absolutely check that out. Cove. Now, people want to follow you, check out more about your music. I think you're one of those artists where if you do your own investigation, kind of research a little bit more, they get deeper and deeper, sucked into you. So tell us where they can get your music, follow you on Twitter perhaps, more information about you.
Well, everything for me is kind of simple. It's all under like the umbrella of Cove Music. So my Twitter is @Cove Music, Facebook is /Cove Music, YouTube is the same, Cove Music, website covemusic.com. So it's pretty try to make it pretty easy for people who have heard about me a little bit or who haven't heard of me to kind of find me quite easily. So it's all under that one umbrella.
Well, just to wrap this up, what type of water do you guys drink in Liverpool that's producing such talent? Yeah, you gotta say something, man. Tell do we have to come there to drink some water and become artistic just like you guys?
I definitely think there is something in the water in Liverpool because we have a lot of fine girls there, which is kind of weird. So there's something in the water, but musically, I don't know. I don't think it's the water, do you know? I don't know.
It's just a vibe there.
It's just the vibe, do you know what I mean? It's just like, obviously I lived in London for a while as well, from when I was like 6 to 17, 18. So a lot of the speed garage and those type of genres and that are also influenced in the music in some way or another. So there's just a lot of different. Obviously my dad's Ghanaian, so we got a little bit of influence from there and just different parts. But I don't know if it's the Liverpool water or what it is, man. I don't know.
He's got Ghana blood in him as well. Afrobeats stamped. Factory 78 TV. Cove, thanks for coming into the studios, man. Keep watching and keep following Cove Music. See you next time.
What you looking at me for? What you looking at me for? What you looking at me